Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fableheim and Iratus, Wrath of the Necromancer on Eternal Harvest 3. We resume the grim harvest, where we left it off last time. In the middle of the Dwarf tunnels.
Pocket of resistance, the more bodies for me to harvest.
See, even Iratus is in the mood for a good old harvest. And we'll begin this combat in just a moment, but I just would like to remind you, for complete transparency, I am pre-recording this, meaning that I have not seen the comments on the last episode, because I should be very unconscious today. The World of Warcraft expansion should have dropped last night, and it is a tradition of mine to go hard until I reach level cap and sort things out. So, feel free to leave a comment, anything, advice, suggestion. Do you like Iratus' eyes? Do you like our composition? Do you think Karnania really is the tankiest lad of them all? I will, of course, see your comments and respond to them as soon as I can, but I just won't be able to incorporate any advice that you leave until later. Leave or left. That's all. For, transparency's sake. Let's move on then. With that out of the way, we move on to our first battle of today. Nailed that rhyme. Berserker. Elite Hammerer. Mark's Musketeer. I keep calling them Marksman for some reason. And the Heavy Flamethrower. Now, this is actually a bit of a tricky fight, because we have a lot of high priority targets here that I would like to kill. Ooh, although there's a trick here, isn't there? Yes. My dear fair lady, would you be so kind? We're going to use her ability, her wrath ability, to plant the heavy fire thrower back here. Remember, the heavy fire thrower has only... I'm gonna delay here. Only has two abilities. Ability 1, gain armor and move forward. Ability 2, in the first position alone, slap you real hard. So as long as he's not in the first position, he's not gonna be doing a whole lot. The reason we held off with Suprematus is because I would really like to burn down the Musketeer. That's what I would like to do. But it does not appear I'm going to get the opportunity. But now we can interrupt the Hammer because he had a ward that blocked the Wrath ability. Wow, it's so great when you use all of your abilities. This is always Berserker.
This will be your end.
Are you going to die to this? I don't know. Ow. I was thinking about doing something, and I'm actually glad I didn't. How much longer does this last? Oh, it's gone now. Okay. You're dead, right? Quick math says yes. We do have two Essence of Mind that we're holding on to. And, awkward. Do I roll the 50-50? Do I ignite? Let's chance fate, shall we? Nailed it. Remember, the Hammer has a 50-50 chance to redirect attacks from anything behind him. I could Wrath once more with our lovely fair lady, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm gonna spit on the... I guess I'm spitting on this. I need to kill the fire thrower here right quick. Actually, if I do this again, I think I now have enough venom to have the Musketeer killed as well. I'm gonna find out. 29? Yeah. That's enough. I'm not even gonna math it out. I just believe. See? Believe. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Anyway, I was going to give Suprematus the one of our Essence of Minds, because he's a good boy. He deserves it. Additionally, and perhaps more importantly, with the Scythe ability, a Reaper can basically fill up your health bar, or not health bar, your mana bar.
Good. More materials. Ooh, I didn't think it would be this easy.
With one simple attack. So, I did find it quite effective to have an Essence of Mind on a Reaper.
Mine is the winning side.
Finally, another brain. Holy crap. We're so low on brains that it's sketchy. Actually, we're low on a lot of everything. We're low on artifacts. We're low on the right type of item. See, this is all we have. This feels barren. Where did all of my artifacts go? I need to hoard them. You don't understand. This is the new one Frozen Skin if you haven't seen it yet. Very Viking influenced. Although I believe the horns on the helmet was not an actual thing.
You know, the dead do surprisingly good construction work.
Of course they do. They don't have to sleep. Wait. Let's see what this gives us. Please. I don't even know what I want. Just give me something good. Ask and ye shall receive. The Imprisoned Souls, we received this earlier. After a victory, Iratus recovers 40 mana for each enemy that fled. Not our thing. The Archmage's Robe, all enemies lose 1 ward at the beginning of each battle. This is kind of irrelevant. I guess it can be useful, especially when you stack with the Destruction Maul, but either they have way more than 1 ward, or I just peel everything off with Our Fair Lady. So we're going to pick up the Lancet. Iratus receives plus 14 spell power.
All for my future kingdom.
This is at least decent. What are we fighting? Is it actually good for me to have the... What are we doing? Okay, Destruction Maul is actually going to be useful here. Ironic. It's ironic. He could save others from death, but not himself. Palpatine's such a great character. I say that a lot, too.
It's no gold, but it will do.
Let's hope that we can do the right thing. I think we should be okay. Yeah, we got rid of the Trader and the Alchemists. Block and ward with the Destruction Maul, so it was #Orth. I guess I'm just gonna do the same thing again, aren't I? It'd be great if you were in, like, the 3rd position. But here we are. We all must come to terms with what we have. I might be able to abuse the stamps again, which is funny. It's always a good time. I guess I'm just protecting Our Fair Lady. The only one worthy of our protection. How did I say this name again? McLanticutil. I'm getting there. Slowly. You're in your stance, right? Yeah. So here, restore sanity. This stance, whenever you do a single target damaging attack, which is an important stipulation, on to an enemy, will this interrupt the stance if you can't move? I actually don't know. Why do you have 2 block and 2 armor? Oh, so that. Let's find out. No. Okay. That's fair. Whenever you do a single target damaging attack, so it does have to deal damage, so the application of Curse and Ignition from Sufflatus won't proc it, the pull from Our Fair Lady won't proc it, you get the gist. Also, AoEs won't proc it. But it gives a buff for additional initiative, which just makes him go fast. Gotta go fast. What am I killing next? You, probably. But it will also remove all debuffs that they have, and restore 20 sanity. Of course, the Berserker scaling his damage off of his missing sanity. Seems like it's a good thing that you could restore his sanity then, right? This is one of the few ways in the game to restore sanity, by BT dubs. What am I doing now? I might actually finally interrupt the steps. I'm gonna reap this.
Maybe I'll craft this one into furniture.
Okay. I have a dream. And we'll see if it works. Get over here. Nope. Wowie.
End of magic.
That's why Dispel is good, and why the Heavy Fire Thrower is a pain in the buttocks. I could have reaped there, or held the Wrath to reap. But I think it's going to be more important that we just burn this down. This fire thrower. Yes, go insane. Just not all remaining strength. Perfect. Yeah, we take a lot of damage from this fight. This should kill you? Yeah. As for you, bane of my existence, get slapped.
This never gets old.
And then Suflata should be able to pick up the kill here. Or not. Okay.
My will is a tide that will wash away your pathetic civilizations.
Oh, we're one Digger Soul away from being able to get that. Feels bad. Anyway. We're kind of growing our part collection even while still expending it, so this helps a lot as well, the Scalpel Artist. But I'm pretty convinced that we need to go down the EH3 now. Pretty convinced. Pretty wholly convinced. Why did I do that? I had a fountain. I had a free recovery. Oh well. I can use this for mana. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't remember how much... No spoilers. 3 at 2, right?
Now I will make mortals tremble before me. Well, even more than previously.
Miklantakutli. What are you doing? Health. Suflatas holding Fair Lady. Holding... And Karnanya, the second, also holding. Great, what an exciting time to level up. Get over here. I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure if they're in the first position, they just try and run away from you. But the Geomancers here are probably the most annoying thing. Probably.
Don't know why? There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
It's always good to hear Iratus sing. Well, okay, that's kind of annoying. Yeah, they always move backwards. So what do I want to do exactly? I could spit on that guy, but isn't it a bit early for that? I guess what I want to do, I can't do. Alright. I'm going to delay, see if I can reap this guy after the dots tick. I should be able to, I think. Maybe. Perhaps. Or I'll just slap. All the venom's gonna kill him.
Ashes to ashes.
Unfortunate.
Dust to dust.
And yet I saw it coming. Is it really unfortunate if you just do too much damage? No? Okay. Ooh. I saw the huge chunk and I thought maybe it was all remaining strength. Alley-oop. That would have been a lot of... That would have been, what, 25 or so mana restored? We're all kind of hurting a little bit. Slap. Our Wrath generation is not pretty. That needs to be improved. That probably isn't enough to kill him. Probably, but I could try. Set this up.
This is my kind of
Perfect.
entertainment.
Karnania doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but he can do some damage. Just some. I'll delay? Question mark? I'm definitely gonna reap him. Well. That was rude. I think I still got some healing out of that. Overall.
Soon this world will be mine.
I wonder how this interaction works, actually. Oh, the weird mandolin. And bloated flesh. They doubled the healing that gives, and I still don't think it's enough. But in her cocoon, Mimir. Hi, Mimir. In her cocoon, the fair lady redirects all attacks from the position behind her. But at that time, Miklatakuntli was the person behind her, and Miklatakuntli was redirecting attacks from her to him. So I have no idea how that interaction would have worked. That would have been funny. Anyway, the Bloated Flesh. At the start of its turn, the minion restores 12 vigor for each unfilled squad slot. This used to be 6, so it is vastly improved. But even if you're YOLO solo, and you're alone, that's still just 36 hit points per turn. I don't know if that's enough. I don't know if that's enough for YOLO solo. Give me the souls. 95. Okay. Anyway, we're building the excavation, so we need... make it cool. I talked about making one a while ago, but I don't think we're going to actually use one
You
now.
will bring me their heads, their hearts, and everything else.
This is her new skin. It's very similar to her old skin. Just... shorter hair. Yeah. Slightly different face. Mildly creepier. Goodbye. And then we're 5 short of building the second level of the Dead Lake. Ah, well. Oh, joy. This is actually a pretty easy battle, I think. Let's pop the Mimir. The Weird Mandolin unlocks a secret magic spell that puts all enemies to sleep for 1 turn except bosses. Targets skip their turn until they are attacked or receive damage. This is very expensive, though, sitting at 75 mana. My question here is this: it puts enemies to sleep for 1 turn, but then it goes on to say targets skip their turn until they are attacked or receive damage. My suspicion as for why it's so freaking expensive is maybe you can just keep enemies asleep for multiple turns and, you know, 1 by 1 kill everything? Maybe? Alright, so this is the Elite Automaton again. We have seen this. I hope no one is surprised. I'm pretty sure I kill that second and this first. And by pretty sure, I mean very confident. Did you set me on fire? Huh. Rude. I need to put a block or a ward wherever he puts the mine. Or just tank it with Karnania. Whichever the option is. Thankfully, being in the 3rd and 4th position, I can actually reach this thing. So he's just going to die to the agony. Good. Oh, there it is. Thankfully, the other 2 can't actually affect wards. So, should be good. No. I need to spit on that.
Being born was your first mistake. Opposing me? Your last.
Calculated. I also need to start slapping the Automaton. I guess Karnanius is tanking this. Like a boss. Stacking up Spider Venom is also pretty important on the Automaton because of how much, just the sheer amount of health it has. 4 stacks, 93 vigor damage. Heal me. Yes. This is gonna be big. Boop. It's beautiful. Slap. Unfortunately, being immune to ignition, we can't do a whole lot of damage to it, but it's okay. Max stacks at 5. Almost got there. Hey, you want the kill, Karnania? I think that's the first kill Karnania's gotten.
A predictable outcome.
Good job. The Broken Sword. All minions that are level 5 and lower gain 6 attack and 6 dread in combat. That's actually now just really bad. Because minions gain experience so much faster than they used to. So they're level 5 for not very long. So are we heading towards infectious? I think we are. I think it's lunacy time. Relentless Evil is nice to just have in the background, but we don't generate wrath. I mean, we could... Do we save for Overwhelming Ire? Holy crap. Miklantakutale. So we have two options here. We can go with Torment Eternal. This keeps the damage the same, but it extends duration of all debuffs on the targets by 1 turn, except stun effects. I'm pretty sure you can't stack stun effects in any way, shape, or form. So that makes sense. Or we can go over in this direction and make it cost only 30 Wrath. So it's a 20 Wrath reduction. If we do save up for Overwhelming Ire, that'll cost 20 Wrath. Pretty spammable. Pretty spammable. But, of course, with Miklantakutale, we are here to slap. So we're going to go with Torment Eternal.
Serve me well, my minion.
Did I keep you in suspense long enough? Also, Torment Eternal gives 2 attack, which is pretty neat. Although 10 vigor is a lot of vigor. Wistuvlatas, the Scythe of Death. I've debated if the Scythe of Life would be good. And I kind of think there's an argument for it. Because as you can see, Suflatus is usually the one that's wounded in our team here. For whatever reason. But I'm going to go with the Scythe of Oblivion just because it increases the scaling from 800% to 1000%, which means it is now 500% for each point of missing vigor and sanity. Well, it scales up to 500% of per miss. Does more damage. I don't know. For our fair lady, this one we're gonna go with Poisoned Web for the funds. I've always usually gone with Sticky Web. Well, not usually. It is nice to strip all enemies of initiative, and this would be an additional debuff to scale with. But Poisoned Web not only gives us 10 vigor, which is nice, it will enhance the Spider Venom 2 times. We typically don't have too much Spider Venom out, but even just 1 hit thanks to our Venom Spikes is 2. Double that is 4. You can see where this is going. Also, I don't actually know if this can be used to scale it over 5, which is the cap. The power Spider-Man can be increased up to 5 times. So if we have 4 out on a target, which means we hit them twice, will we go to 8? Don't know. But let's find out together.
Now, prove yourself worthy of my investment.
Did you think there would be no science just because I'm on the brink of death nearly every other combat? Pah! Science is the only noble goal. Speaking of noble goals. Splintering March can be upgraded into Suppressing Splinters, which increases the stun chance from 25% to 50%, but the golem will lose 50 vigor when they press that button. Or Splintering Hell, which increases the damage, excuse me. Well. 10 vigor.
I expect results.
I don't think I've ever actually taken Suppressing Splinters because 50 vigor is a lot to drop. That's a lot of health. And of course, the Stack of Bones does help that. But losing 50 vigor, the damage the Bone Golem receives is reduced by 2.5%. Is that like 12% then? Damage reduction? It's a lot. It's a lot to drop. Especially of your own volition. I've played Blood Magic before. I know how this goes. And usually not well. But anyway, here's a quest. Give me a quest. Don't screw me over, game. Don't you do it. When the dwarves collapse a section of the underground tunnels in their futile efforts to slow you, you are forced to dig until another way is found. It is here that you can make an interesting discovery. In a collapsed section of the cavern, you come across an array of tables littered with strange runes. Inside are dozens of machines, both mundane and magical, the look of an experiment abandoned midway. What is more curious is that these devices do not bear the mark of the Alchemist Guild. While this discovery is not immediately useful, you wonder what the dwarves were studying here, and what caused them to abandon it. Spend time to figure out what was happening here. This will make you lose initiative in your advance. My advance. So for the next few turns, drain the magic, a quick procedure to gain mana, we don't need that, or try to blindly reactivate the experiments. You think you recognize the rune for vitality amongst those stones. Vitality as in give me vitality, or vitality as in sacrifice vitality, turn it on, and then be attacked by automatons? There's only one way to find out! You entrust some skeletons to tinker around with the dwarven machines, hoping for the best. Unfortunately, their mindless and mediocre tampering only caused some kind of malfunction that triggered an explosive reaction. Suffice to say, you will not be returning here. That's why I don't like quests. Because sometimes they're just a waste of time.
Now I will make mortals tremble before me. Well, even more than previously.
Jano? Oh, this fight. So we have a Dwarven Warrior, a Berserker, an elite Heavy Fire Thrower, and the elite Oracle. The difference between the baseline Fire Thrower and the elite one, besides the raw amount of damage they deal, is that the elite Fire Thrower moves 2 spaces in one go. Is this 4 now? Yo, that's pretty good. So, it is even more important that I keep them there. Thankfully, we are not fighting a Hammerer this time. Which means that there's no chance of attacks being redirected. So I literally just have to kill him in between the window of the Oracle doing something and me doing something. He's within reaping range. The Oracle did something, but I'm not afraid, because I have this button. Do I wait? No.
End of magic.
Screw you, Oracle. In particular, I could go into my cocoon. That's a thing I could do. Because you have no armor. Did you get the thing again? I don't know how that happens. I need to pay attention to the Halo of Chaos. I don't know what to do. I could just delay. Because if I kill him... Okay, we'll do that. If I kill him, then I can pull the Oracle and put her in an undesirable positioning. I'm probably just going to slap the Heavy Flamethrower again. That's probably what I'm going to do. Okay. Hopeless. She can't remove debuffs, right? Because if she can't, there's no reason for me to slap her. Or slap the Fire Thrower, because it's going to die. To the Venom, but it'll die anyway. Death to the Venom is still death. What are you going to do now? Ah, that again. That's cute. I'm pretty sure Restoration pops before the debuffs. I'm pretty sure I've been told that. And I somehow remembered it. I think that's how this goes. I could just reap him and be done with it. So then 41... brain. I can't delay again to wait for a slap and then execute this. I can try and kill this thing? Alright. That seems sensible to me.
Become part of the breathless tide.
In which case I should have done this on the opposite way. But that's fine. It's whatever. Is this enough damage? It is, okay. Wait, did the regen not go first? I thought it did. Eh, whatever. If it doesn't, that's good for me. Slap. You are within execution range, my good friends. You dowie.
Don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
Oh, my Wrath generation sucks. Wow, it's so bad. Slap.
As worthless as you were in life, you will be worth something in death.
Weakness, indeed. I did that on purpose. I think. I'm just gonna slap it. Look at all these buffs he has. It'd be a shame if I were to scale off of that. Yep. That's what I thought.
You know, if this keeps up, I'll be done purging the world ahead of schedule.
Now imagine if I had an Ashes of the Burned Witch. Just imagine it. But the game doesn't want to give it to me. Zombie or Bone Golem? Let's pop out the zombie. Been a while since we've seen one of them, huh?
Time to bring out the big guns.
Get it? Because he has a cannon? Bitches love cannons. I was debating on whether or not I should quote that, but I did. So, it's out there now. You all know. The sensation sweeping the nation. Iratus. So, the zombie. I feel like I'm inclined to talk about my weird obsession with the zombie. I'm obsessed with trying to make zombie frontline work. I don't know why. But, well, I do. It's because the zombie's resistance scales to obscene levels. It starts with 10 baseline, which is a lot. I think that's the most any character just starts with. The Headhunter might start with a lot of armor, but resistance-wise at least. And it levels up twice each level up to 8, which is 16, bringing it to 26, 27, 29, 30, 31. 31 resistance. And now with the new Warrior Bone, which increases magic damage you take by 20%, is it? 25%? But reduces physical damage you take by 50%. I think the zombie has an actual potential frontline build.
The dead don't get to rest.
But even so, even if I ignore all that, my favorite way to counter the Inventor, who is the other second floor boss, the old second floor boss, is to use 2 zombies in the front line. Because they now everything ignores armor and resistance. And you kind of just sit them there and spam the crap out of Buckshot. This one, Plentiful Buckshot. Or this one, I guess you could go with, for more damage. You just spam this because it hits the Inventor, pierces his 999 armor, and it hits his totem things that he spawns. So, it's very good. I love it. It's my favorite strat. I'm also gonna get this, I think. Or this. I never could tell how much Dark Enlightenment actually generated. Also, I did finally find out, thank you everyone who commented, what it means when it says does not work on minion abilities. It increases the amount of wrath that Iratus gains in battle by 50% based on everything that you do. But abilities such as... Do you have one? No, we don't have one. Abilities such as the vampires thingy, wherever it may be. This one. The vampire's hypnosis, which she deals damage to herself and just gains 40 wrath. It will not increase that wrath gain, so it will always just be 40. It won't be 60, which is what a 50% increase would be. Which would be kind of nuts. It's just the amount of damage you deal and all that stuff, that's increased. So I think we're going to go with Overwhelming Ire because I like that one. We're fighting these things. Slight spoiler alert. I need the other token. They have 2 block, 2 ward. Do I ever want the destruction thing then? Not really. Take the spell power.
Finally, this item finds its way into my capable hands.
All of the spell power. We'll be popping the Necromantic Flask, which gives us 30 spell power for this combat alone, starting with 75 spell power. And of course, Iratus is raising our spell power a lot, so let's go slap Mario and Luigi. Yes, we're ready. I feel confident. Maybe overconfident. But confident. When you are a dwarf in a steam machine, you can fight the necromantic whirlwind. Though that doesn't mean that you will win. With lessons learned from the previous contraption, a new blueprint was penned for a more compact and mobile version of the war machine, with an even greater amount of firepower and defense against undead trickery. Sure, it's a bit of a death trap, with a pair of drunkards coerced into piling it, but safety is a rather distant concern for the Alchemist Guild at this point. because we're about to tear them apart. Alright, so welcome to the new second boss. How did we roll new bosses on both of them? Huh. Anyway. They do not escape, cannot be moved, take up to 2 adjacent positions, act 3 times in 1 turn, and have shared Vigor and Sanity with the second machine. This one, Steam Machine Mark II, which is the one I need the Human Urn token for, has armor. Mark III has resistance. So you kind of get to pick which one you want to kill, or you have to whittle it away. We are going to be going after Mark III because that is the one
Rage released.
that has no armor. For good old Mikalattakutli. Did I get that right? That was my guess. Now, acting 3 turns in a row is kind of super annoying. But we'll see just how annoying it is. Although, there's something really funny. Oh, this is the end of the turn. I'm like, wait a minute, what am I doing? Slap, 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 slap. I'm gonna see if I can do that really funny thing. By protecting Mikalattakutli. So, the funny idea, unfortunately, it means I'm not going to be able to touch the Steam Machine. But, if you saw they hit me 3 times, right? Well, I dare them to do it again. I should also probably strip your block, just in case, because it is a physical attack. But I could Fate. There's not a whole lot of debuffs on you. I will Fate. Fate it is. It's almost free. The spell is almost free. Does that get rid of this? For science? For science. Science. No. Okay. That's fine. It doesn't need to get rid of it. We're just gonna assume that everything's gonna be okay. That's all we can do. What did you just do? You buffed a friend. Yes! That should have... Yeah, it stacked to the spider venom. You almost got some too. I need to dispel that. I guess I could just expunge it and not waste a dispel. I need to get rid of this one ward. I need to go back into the cocoon. I need to do so many things. I'm probably going to expunge it. Cocoon it is. What if I just don't? Nah, don't be greedy. Don't be overly greedy. Greed is good until it is bad. 234, not bad. I could heal Karnanya. Or I could protect Suflatas. Yes. Yes. And that, my friends, is why I like Spiky Cocoon. Yes. They're both at max. Oh, you're at 4. Okay. So, let's see. For science! Nope. Alright. That kind of makes that less good now, but hey. Here's a fate. Good luck. Suflatas, angel of dust and void, return them to the abyss.
Savor these last few heartbeats.
That was slightly less than I was expecting. That's okay. Because I'm sure that Mikalattakutli has a word as well. Indeed. Goodbye.
Another step towards my eternal kingdom.
The grappling hook! I knew I just had to ask for it and I would get it. So we got the Alchemist's Hand. Whenever Iratus uses a potion, this minion restores 10% vigor. Not a fan of that. Still not a fan of this. We got a level 17 brain. Not bad. The Orb of Vulnerability. to shatter 1 block 1 ward of all enemies at the start of combat, a consumable, and the grappling hook. Minions gain 4 luck, 4 accuracy, and 4 evasion. It's the weapon version of the Robes of Potence, which I still stand by being basically the best armor in the game. So I'm going to stand by this being a pretty good weapon. It's not the best weapon, but it's pretty good. The best part about it, actually, is you can get it really early. It's not like the Robes of Potence, which are a late game thing. Do I get Overwhelming Ire? Yes. So actually an interesting thought I just had. Overwhelming Ire helps push the buttons more. Dark Enlightenment helps facilitate this line more. Interesting choice. But we're going to go with Overwhelming Ire.
It will be a messy slaughter.
This should make it so that Torment Eternal is 50. Is it already in play? No. So Torment Eternal will be 40. Sufflatus' Scythe of Oblivion will be 55. Our Fair Lady's Poisoned Web will be 20. I can spam that out real good. Actually, we can just start combat with that, because we have 2 in the Abode of Wrath. And Karnania's, who we're not touching, will be 15. But also, more importantly, yet to active Fallen Dhampir will be 10. That's a big deal. And yes, I probably am going to go with Terror Blast. I mean, we could try Agony Blast, but 20 different Wrath is a big deal, especially if you want to try and keep Sufflatus in this composition. Because then we'll just, you know, be able to spam it out whenever we feel like it. 10 is real cheap. That doesn't have like a base limit, right? Yeah, I don't think it does. I think we're probably going with Terror Blast. I did last time. What did I do? I picked up Sundering Storm for the increased damage, so that if I ever needed to just like flat out kill something, I at least had one button to press, you know. But I'll probably repeat that. I did kind of like it, because we'll be spamming Terror Blast not so much to do the Terror Blast thing, but to inflict the Crowpaw damage. My fair lady, congratulations. Now you have only 1 Vigor upgrade left. The fact that she can't cross 200 easily is kind of a pain, but oh well. I usually don't have the armored plates equipped on her, so that's a pretty big deal. Pretty big difference than usual, I think. I can feel it too. Because normally I don't know if Spiky Cocoon's enough to survive the punishment without some form of damage mitigation. So I don't regret my choice at all. I think it was great. Do we want to give Karnania a block and ward? A block or ward? Yes. But not yet. There you go. There you go, butt. Remember, for each point of vigor, we are improving the stack of bones, potential, and his self-healing prowess. So that's very important. Very important. Witlantacutali. Hello. You don't need more accuracy, but you can use more health. Or we could wait for more attack. Kind of want more attack. I haven't been paying attention to the Halo of Chaos at all. It seems like at the start of each turn, the minion receives 1 random bonus until the end of turn. He hasn't really been having a buff, though. I wonder if this is bugged. That would be unfortunate. I do like the Halo of Chaos. It's chaotic. But that was it for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. We smashed Mario and... Oh, I didn't check. Did I get the Humanoid token? No. Feels bad. It's the only token I'm missing from the second floor. I have all the tokens for the first floor now. I'm missing only the Steam Machine Mark II. Why is that before this? Whatever. Mark II for the second floor. And then I'm missing some stuff later on, but no spoilers. But we smashed them real good. See, did they do anything? So they did the mark for the trap. Got it. Doesn't spend an action. It's like the headhunter thing. He can heal his friends. Remove all debuffs. That's where they went. Okay. That's why Mictlantha wasn't scaling as insane as he could have been. And why the Spider Venom wasn't capped earlier. But hey, it worked out in the end. And the third ability, debuffs for 2 turns. Target receives -3 armor. So, With this upgrade, by the way, that I was thinking about, you can't scale it over 5, which is the cap. Kind of disappointing, but also understandable. This alone just applies 4 Spider Venom now, which is almost the cap. And now that it's going to be 20 Wrath, that's pretty spammable. That is a pretty spammable ability. Interesting. But we'll continue to ponder the implications of all of this next time. So thanks for watching. Hope that you enjoyed watching us smack around Mario and Luigi. Next time, we penetrate the mercenary barracks, and we will leave them no quarter.